I'll show you in a second.
Okay, okay. No, this meeting is being live streamed. Okay.
Yeah, it's still loading.
Yeah, all good.
So hang on a second. So please do the sound check.
Yes. Okay. We may have double. Can you hear me? I can see it on YouTube now.
Yeah, I can hear you and I can
Okay.
see you.
I will
And
cut
yeah, you can
YouTube.
hear me. Okay.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Depends on where you are in this world. Again, myself, David, and Florent, we are based on different continents. I'm based in Cork, Ireland, and Florent is based in Montreal, Canada. And tonight we're having our follow-up talk on my hair transplant in Turkey. If you have watched our last episode, you might have learned something new, and there may still be some questions you have. And this is why we decided to have a follow-up session on that. And I actually would like to give the word to Florent. Maybe he has some more questions in his backpack.
Yeah, so thanks, Dave. Thanks for this second session because, yes, obviously, last Sunday we had an interesting conversation with still many questions to be answered. And I would have liked to ask you if you had people's reactions or questions because on my end, I did. We did share on our profiles. It's on YouTube. So people came to me. I wouldn't say mainly with question, but with what I guess, it is when you make a decision, like a personal decision, you always have
Yeah.
people who care about you,
Hmm.
um, sharing their take on,
Yeah.
and that did trigger with some conversations with a lot of my friends. And
Hmm.
you can it shows some trends, where you see a split between the culture, the religion,
Hmm.
where we come from, where we are, and how we perceive things. So I don't know if you on your end you have some of the reactions or questions on the
Yeah.
top.
Like you mean before and after, and
Yeah, like
yeah,
when posting, people be like, "Oh, you don't need that. You don't need that. You look good." You
yeah.
actually, and it's actually a thing that where I needed to have that confirmed with my kids, or because
Mhm.
when you
Yeah.
make the decision by yourself, it's okay. But then
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it's the kids
Absolutely.
or the person like your better half,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
tricky because they
Yeah.
like
Well,
what they see,
well,
but
my better half, she didn't give me that impulse. That impulse came from myself, first of all, and only from myself. And of course, it's happened every now and then that I received a remark about my hair. Some about friends who made some jokes, and maybe this also has caused something, but it's something also which I realized myself. Or which I realized before they actually realized that I was losing hair, and most of my friends actually were losing hair. And but first, it was so far away from me, going to Turkey, having a hair transplant, first because of the costs and of the risk, and it's just she seemed to be like a joke, telling my friends I will go for a hair transplant in Turkey. Let's do it this summer. It was just like joking around friends. And it never got that serious. And I think I made these jokes for years. I told my friends, okay, this summer we're going to Turkey and we get a hair transplant. And so no one actually took this really serious that I wanted to have this hair transplant. And I think I even had this thought 10 or 12 years ago for the first time, because I told you in the last last stream that I go regularly to Turkey every year since 2009,
Yeah.
and I think in 2010 I actually thought of doing it, but it seemed to me too dodgy for me doing this in Turkey um, and not reliable at all. And like I said, the game changer for me personally was when I met a guy who had this hair transplant because I haven't met anyone before. I like or at least knowingly that someone had this hair transplant, and I actually saw a few examples in Turkey. A few men in Turkey who had a hair transplant, and that was 7 years ago. And some of it I thought was okayish, but not good enough for me to decide I want to do this. I want to take that risk. And so like the drop con so the decision came to me when I met this guy, and then this other friend, he flew to Istanbul
Yeah.
after the recommendation of that guy. So like I had two guys who I knew two guys who went through that, and the results were brilliant.
Yeah.
And when I actually made the decision, when I flew to Turkey, when I booked everything, there was still like, some voices who said, come on, why are you doing this? My parents-in-law, for example, they didn't like the idea. And my parents probably didn't like the idea either. They saw this as a risk, but they shut their mouths because they know that I don't like to hear that I didn't like to hear this. And yet I was certain at that point. I knew that there's no way back. There's no return, you know?
Yeah.
And once I have made the decision, I was very, very certain about that. And no one could actually, no one who was
Change your
close to
mind.
me could have prevented this anymore from doing it, you know?
Okay, that's one of the point. One of the element also that I remember someone bringing up was the cost, because you're saying, "Oh, it's so expensive. I'd rather use the money for the kids or whatever."
Yeah.
And in his case, I think the person he knew that did it paid roughly 505,000 euros.
Okay. Yeah, that's a different scale, you know. So like probably I wouldn't like if it was 5 or 6 thousand euro. I don't I'm might have done it at some point, but the thing that this was 2,000 euro only
Yeah,
um was made it much easier for me, you know. So like
yeah,
I wouldn't have made it for 10,000. So
yeah, yeah.
um that would not worth it for me.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but in that case, it was worth it for me, and the results were good, and yeah. So that's that. So if you cannot afford it, don't do it. It's not worth it. But if
Exactly.
you can afford it, do yeah, and you are very close to make a decision. I tell you, yes. Yeah, but there's will always a little risk. And every surgery has a little risk. But for me, it was a great decision, and I only regret that I didn't do this earlier. I could have had it 5, 6 years earlier, I think, you know?
You see, that's the thing, because for me, I believe that the psychological relief of when you do it maybe does outweigh the cost. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, i- Feeling good about yourself comes with a
yeah,
lot of confidence and how much you can achieve,
yeah.
how you can throw yourself out there. And it's really a decision that has to be, t- uh, yeah, it has to be mature, but I believe that it's important to be able to handle the outside noise, which was the case for me for the
Mhm,
last week.
mhm. Yeah.
And it will reinforce your will to do it, or maybe to do it without telling people, and then they'll just find out.
Yeah. And I just spoke about the pre-surgery reaction and
Mhm.
not about the post-surgery reaction. and the post surgery reaction were really positive only, you know. So I've been told, okay, I really see a difference, and so it was really worth it, you know. Of course, it took a while to get there where I am, but even in just a few weeks or months after the surgery, when everything was still a little bit, how to say, you know, not as you don't get the
Sure.
results that
Yeah.
you wish in the first 2 or 3 months, you know. And but even at that point, at some point, you know, I realized, okay, it's really growing, and that's such a relief. And you know now it actually only in most of the cases it only gets better, you know, because my friends told me like the best results they had like was after a year or 1.5 years, you know. And so it was, you know, this decision was a very good decision, and it was a great relief for me. Yeah.
Are there simulations where they show you your head like as it is, and then your head with hair, like simulation type of, so you
Yeah.
can see what it looks like?
Yeah, last week I prepared a photo. Let's see if I find an old one. It would be better to have this on the desktop. Wait a sec. Look, I have one. Perfect. So I will share my screen now.
Okay.
So screen sharing. Where's screen sharing? Uh,
Oh, share screen at the bottom, the green arrow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay. Look, you see the screen now? My screen?
When was that? Yeah.
That was 2 years ago.
Before the hair transplant.
Yeah, that was before the
Oh, I
head.
can. So it's on the side, like it's
Yeah,
starting to get
yeah.
yeah, yeah, digging on the
That
side. Okay.
it got thinner there, and also at the
Yeah,
front. Yeah.
yeah.
So you
And
you definitely see a difference. Yeah.
so like you still had a lot of hair in terms of volume, but it was just getting, it was starting to like I call it, we say creuser les sillons in French, as digging trenches on the side. It was starting
Mm,
to kind of
hmm.
getting.
Yeah. And on one side more than on the other.
And yes, okay.
Yeah. And you know, it was, yeah, getting a bit thinner at here at the front.
Yeah.
And so this is like, you know, I think you can see a significant difference.
Your change.
And
Oh yeah, massive.
yeah, yeah.
But
And
your hair grows long, right? That's the thing.
yeah,
Like, for now, you still don't cut it. You're not cutting it yet. It's only been 7 months. You're not cutting it yet.
you're not calling it kiss. Yeah, like every month I will see a different you know
Yes,
um
please.
different development of my hair. And so I don't know, maybe it also makes a difference that I'm taking zinc now, and collagen. And what I always do is I use minoxidil. It's a spray that you can get, either order online. It actually
Yeah.
helps it helps with to prevent hair loss. And the doctor told me I can use it 2 months, 2 months after the surgery. And I did. And that actually helped me to have a significant growth. So, like I would say, in the first 2 months, there was not so significant growth.
Yeah.
But after these 2 months, after using minoxidil, I had a more significant growth.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. One sec.
Take your time.
Sorry, all
Yeah.
yours.
Sorry.
Uh, Different things that I have to manage on
Yeah.
this side. You know a little bit about Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after 2 months, you could see the exponential. I mean, starting using the zinc and
Yeah.
the spray, you could
Yeah.
actually see it, the
Yeah.
volume.
And I actually have been using this spray for 10 years. And probably if I hadn't used this spray, I would have had much more hair loss. It's, yeah,
So the spray has helped to kind of slow it down.
yeah, it slowed it down. Yeah. But it only slowed it down, you know? So, and I keep using it. And as I said, most likely, if I hadn't used it, my hair loss would have been much more significant.
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
For me, it's so gone to the point where, my hair used to come like this and
Yeah,
like so. First, it went deep in here,
yeah,
and it's hard to believe that I used to have hair coming all the way here,
yeah,
all gone, and it's all shiny, and nothing
yeah,
never ever. Like my hair, like I know it used to be coming like all the way here. It's
yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Yeah. Even
I
if I let
mean,
it grow, it will grow from the side where it won't grow here.
yeah. Well, this is a conversation you can have with the doctor then, and so you tell them that you actually would like to have hair where you used to have hair. You don't probably don't want to have hair where you didn't have hair before, I
Yeah.
guess. Because you want to have to you want to
Look.
look you want a natural look. Yeah.
Yeah. But and then I will find out because I'm wondering, is it going to grow at the same speed as on the side? Because if then it starts growing like super long here and then on the side it doesn't grow much, then it's going to be complicated.
Well, I'm not an expert on that, but what it takes time, at some point, I guess you will have kind of
No.
equal hair growth. It's like as I said, the first 2 months are
Yeah.
the hardest, and you will have a few complications, most likely, and it will not have the
Color,
same thickness
pigmentation.
as the other hair, and
Okay.
yeah.
So it really is a process. So I
It's a
guess
process.
in a year and a half, you'll be poof, nobody will be able to tell that you've ever had hair transplant.
Yeah, that would be ideal, So I hope I hope to have this. The only thing that I notice is that I'm getting gray hair, but this is nothing I can fix with a hair transplant.
Oh, but gray hair is
Another thing.
easy because you can just, dye the beard. I mean the beard, the hair. I used to do that, but now I'm tired of doing it because like the beard goes gray, you can just dye it. But after I got to realize that I actually prefer it as it is because when I dye it, it's kind of I'm off time. Like I'm having all black beard when I'm supposed to have gray beard. So,
Mm.
but the hair, it's a game changer, you
Yeah,
know.
it is, like it gives you so much confidence. And I mean, well, you can think whatever you like about this, but we still live, I mean, we live in a culture where we judge people also by their looks,
It looks.
and you can, have mixed opinions about that. We can be very philosophical about that. But first of all, it's about you, how you feel about that. And in my case, I'm very happy. It gave me confidence, and my parents also acknowledged that my hair looks that this is that there is a difference, between before and after difference. And so even my father said, okay, maybe I should also have a hair transplant.
Oh,
No, but
okay.
I know he was just joking. I mean, he's 79 now, so I think it's at that age, I wouldn't recommend anyone to have a surgery, have a head
I'm
surgery.
not very far from him because I'm like 48, so I'm getting close to 50.
Yeah, but he's still 30 years older than you. So
Uh,
and you're very sporty, so
yeah. Okay, so I will want to know. I mean, I guess we'll talk about the cost offline because it varies based on each and everyone's cases.
yeah,
How I can get the first contact with them and how I can get the first conversations.
Yeah.
I believe the whole process is maybe 6 months,
Hmm. Yeah.
talk about it, change email, book a date. Because
Yeah.
if it's done to me, I would like to have it done yesterday and we don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
But I believe that it's a long process where I can just plan everything that I can go this part of the world, I can go on holidays
Yeah.
here, and go attend this event. So it needs planification, which
Yeah.
I'm happy to get started when I have the few elements just to get it
Yeah.
kickstart the conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Like, some general advices that I can give. If you don't feel confident with one clinic or one advisor, then don't do this. Trust your gut
Yes.
feeling.
Yeah.
Secondly, but in my case, it was good that we actually I paid a fixed price, and so that was like they gave me a quota, and I paid the price. I don't they didn't count the follicles,
Yeah.
whether it was more or less, and so it remained the same price. That was also important for me. So and also like the planning, do that after your holiday plannings. So like when I did this in September, so at the end of the year. So before that hair transplant, I had some I had a nice vacation in Turkey. And I went to Vietnam, and so I had a very nice year for vacation. And I did this at the very end of my trip to Turkey. And so it was actually easier for myself to handle that. So because in winter there's less sun,
Yeah.
don't go out that often. And so if you don't feel confident with the look you have, then
You
it's
don't want
easier
to
for
do
you,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
to hide yourself from that, but that was not an issue for me. And so I recommend doing this at the end of the year. And there might be some pros why doing this in summer, because in summer your hair grows faster. This is a thing which could be positive, but avoid, well, try to be as good as possible in avoiding any harm,
And
so
yeah.
like the after work is your work after the hair transplant. So it's like how you sleep, how you eat, how you wash your hair, because in the beginning the follicles are very sensitive. So you must wash your hair very softly. You get a special shampoo and conditioner for that. My
Yeah.
wife mostly did this for me, so I was lucky that I had this help. And yeah, so these are some details that are actually important, and on which side you sleep. And again, nutrition, regardless of having hair transplant or not, is an important thing, especially in our age. In our age, it matters.
Yes.
And yeah, so avoid sun, but in general, I'm much more careful now as I was 10 years ago. So for example, I take sun blocker,
Yeah.
as SPF 50. And I try to drink, I mostly drink water. I don't drink, I try to avoid soft drinks and
Years.
all these things. So this especially in the beginning,
Yeah.
can
Frequent.
affect your hair growth.
Okay. Do you feel like when you go out when it's sunny, do you put your cap more often than before or you don't?
No, I no, no, no. Actually, like, no, 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 no. I'm lucky now, we are coming closer to summer. I don't need to wear a hat anymore.
Yeah.
And no, I had not the feeling of I need to wear a hat. But my friend, he actually was wearing hat. He told me he was wearing a hat for the first 2 months, because he felt more confident with that. but this is a personal thing. So I didn't have the feeling
Having
of
to cover it. Yeah.
that I needed, you know. So
Okay.
yeah.
Done. So I definitely want to start getting in touch with them and start talking to see
Mhm.
what's possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe there are some WhatsApp groups or Facebook groups. Well, I mean, not maybe, there are Facebook groups
Yeah.
about hair transplants in core and in Turkey. And but you can also read too much about that, which can actually increase your doubts, you know. So you can also be over-informed about things. And I told you that the game changer for me was the experience that my friends were going through, you know. So that was the most relevant information for me, not what I read on Reddit or in other groups, you know, because this is for you, this is something you can relate with, and this is maybe now something you can relate with because I'm telling you that I went through this, and
Yeah.
we know each other for you know 8 9 years now, and so this is really something that was the turning point for me.
Yeah. Can you imagine me picture me with all of this here instead of
Mhm.
being there?
Yeah, yeah. Then this would be the episode in a year.
God, let's see how it goes. Let's see.
Yeah, and
Let's see
yeah,
how it goes.
and what is your wife saying? Your kids, your
So
closest
the
friends?
kid, we tried this with the beard. I've always wanted to lose my beard, and my kids, especially my last daughter, who's always known me with a beard, they're like, no, it's like it has to stay. So even when I don't want to keep it, I just have to trim it very low. But they're used to it and they prefer the face that way. Now with the hair, same thing. They prefer when my head is like, bald and shiny and everything.
Mm,
And so that's the debate, because the people I live with every day,
mm,
how much confidence can they instill in me to say, oh, I actually don't need it? Or
mm,
how do you want to see that, now I take care of my hair, I have to trim it every week or every 2 weeks, or I can have this haircut or this haircut.
mm,
It's, I want to start getting information to help me really go as far as how much am I willing to.
mm, mm,
'Cause that's only when you can tell that, okay, this is it, I'm doing it, I've done it. But
yeah,
before, it's like, oh yeah, I would love to have the result,
yeah.
but actually do all the right things to get the result.
Mm-hmm.
Question. That's the
Yeah. Yeah. Have you
project I'm about to embark on.
you haven't met like a black friend that has had a
No, yeah, no, I haven't. I mean, the one that I know, my friends are more like celebrities because you see them on TV. Like LeBron James. LeBron James, like it's LeBron James. But then it doesn't look because for some reason you expect a black person to go bald when they're aging.
Mhm.
So when you
Mhm.
sit up there, you're like, hey, something not right. Like, oh my God, this is creepy. Like, are you having a week or see? And ah,
Mhm.
it's a debate. And that's what I'm saying. Like the most comment I had from the video we shared are from black people.
Yeah.
"What? This, you don't need this, or we don't do that. Like, dude, what's wrong with you? And like, no, nothing is wrong with me. Just need that. I just feel like I need some. I want to try it. It,
Mm.
some people keep their beard, some don't. Some people want
Yeah.
their hair, some don't. So
Some people get a tattoo, some people don't,
yeah,
you know.
exactly. Taste and
Or
colors.
piercing, you know.
Each to their own.
Yeah.
It, other people is just
I mean,
doing.
like, let's go back 20 years now. What a big thing was it to have a tattoo, and now it's so mainstream. And I think hair transplants are becoming more and more mainstream. So we probably won't have um these podcasts anymore in the near
Yeah,
future because it's so normal to have a hair transplant.
yeah,
Hopefully, yeah.
yeah. That's that.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So yeah, hopefully yeah, what I had impacts on yeah, on your decision making, and I really would like to know the outcome of it. I don't,
Thank you so much.
uh, I don't want you to don't want to force you doing it. So you will make your own decision, and once you have done it, we should have.
Yeah. And even when I start, so when I made the decision, I think we can keep how can I say it? Like track conversationally in the steps, maybe more
Yeah,
people embark,
absolutely.
or the point is not to have people embarking onto it. It's more bring information to whoever is willing to need
Yeah.
info.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how.
exactly. No, it's about bringing information to others. That's it exactly. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Florent. I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon, and we stay in touch.
Yeah, thank you very much. You keep looking good.
Yes.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much for your help. And like I said, I will keep the channel open because I definitely will keep coming back to you to get
Yeah.
into
Cool.
these guys.
Okay. Great. So hit me up
I will.
whenever you need some help. Okay. All
Thank you
right.
very much. You have a
Yeah.
great week. And
Yeah.
congratulations on the Bundesliga. You promoted. Yes.
All right, Florent. Have a great Sunday. Yeah.